Russian President Vladimir Putin threatened the very existence of Ukraine's statehood as his army's invasion of the neighbor faces global resistance Sunday and his economy gets increasingly asphyxiated by sanctions. As Russia continues with its onslaught on Ukraine, Putin also says countries imposing no-fly zone orders over Ukraine will be considered combatants, while equating sanctions with a declaration of war. Here's more.
Russian President Vladimir Putin is now stating that he has no intention of declaring martial law as his country's military incursion in Ukraine enters its second week.
Военное положение вводится в стране в соответствии с законом по указу президента, и он должен быть подтвержден решением Совета Федерации в случае внешней агрессии, в том числе в конкретных районах проведения боевых действий. Но у нас такой ситуации нет, и я надеюсь, не будет.
In a press conference late Saturday, the Russian head of state also stated that Ukraine authorities must understand that if they continue to do what they are doing, they are putting in question the future of Ukrainian statehood. And if this happens, Putin promises that Ukraine will be fully responsible for the after effects of what is to come. Since Russia's invasion 10 days ago, the economic and humanitarian toll has spiraled, sending more than 1 million people fleeing Ukraine. Officials have reported hundreds of civilians killed. Kiev has urged the West to boost military assistance to the besieged country, including warplanes, with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky pleading for Eastern European neighbors to provide Russian-made planes that his citizens are trained to fly. Putin, meanwhile, escalated warnings against NATO, threatening a wider war if a no-fly zone is set up, as his forces resumed the offensive against a key Ukrainian city, where security fears stalled a plane evacuation. American legislators who have discussed aid towards Ukraine with President Zelensky have promised an additional $10 billion aid package, but the White House has so far ruled out an oil ban, fearing it would ratchet up prices and hurt U.S. consumers already stung by record inflation. Weapons, ammunition and funds have poured into Ukraine from Western allies as they seek to bolster Kiev against Moscow's invasion. Washington last week authorized $350 million worth of military equipment, the largest such package in U.S. history. More than 1.4 million people have fled Ukraine into neighboring countries since Russia invaded last week, according to the United Nations. Third round of talks with Russia on ending the fighting is expected to take place Monday.